I signed up for my first ultra, and I thought I'd go ahead and get myself one of these hydration vests. So this is this Nathan. First time I've run with it. Filled up the bladder, which took me a long time to figure out. Actually had to go to a YouTube video to figure out how to get into that thing. The other big thing I wanted for this vest was to be able to put my GoPro in it. And here you can see it fits in there nicely, because when I do the marathons, I just hold it in my hand or I have it in my pocket. So I think I had all the adjustments done pretty well. I might have to tighten a few things. And run number one, so it feels pretty good. We'll see how it goes. We're doing another fun run with the running group. This is my first ultra. It's the Highball to Thurmond here in West Virginia, close to the town of Thurmond. I forget where we're staying. We've rented an Airbnb. So staying here, there's 10 of us, and there's a 55K and a 50 miler. And so 5, including me, did the 55K, 5 did the 50 miler. Got here, it's not a long stay for us, we just drove up, so we got to spend just a couple nights here in the house. And it's a funny little place that we're staying in. Interesting, but while we're all just staying here, there's only 5 staying, others staying elsewhere. After the race, everybody's going to come here and we're just going to eat more food, drink more. I'll be drinking beer, maybe some wine. There's other options in there. I don't know, we'll see what the night brings. But looking forward to my first ultra marathon. All right, here we are, packet pickup at the Glen Ferris Inn down in the town of Gawley Bridge, I believe. And parking lots full, overflowing. Packet pickup was delayed a little bit because the folks bringing the packets the trainer went off, got derailed somewhere and it backed everybody up. But auspicious start, but it's right, pretty spot here along this river. Alright, we get everything packed up, ready to go to the start line. This is the view out the back of the B&B. You see all the fog sitting down in that valley. So it takes us about 30 minutes to get to the start line from the house. The folks who ran the 50 miler are long gone, well on their way, and us 55K folks are just heading out now. So off we go. So just parked here at the start line. Making our way to the start. Nice cool West Virginia morning at the start line, and here's a little view of everything that I'm taking with me. There's my hydration vest, an assortment of waffles, gels, Kendall mint cake, and that's a disposable cup to bring with you. So put a few things in my pocket, put the rest of them in one of the pockets here in the running vest. and off we go. Just past 7 miles in, we're on a little spot here. It's a quick interview with somebody. So, what gets you into ultra running?
I'm Danny. I'm from Pittsburgh, and this is my third ultra. And I did a marathon 2 weeks ago, so I'm just taking it easy.
Take it. So, what's the big difference between ultra runs and other runs then?
And they're on soft ground. It's actually enjoyable, you know, things to look at. Unlike when you're running through cities for marathons, nothing to see.
Just the old cityscape.
Yep.
You're right. And so, what do you like best about running?
That I can clear my mind completely and just relax, not think about anything while I'm running.
Except when some idiot tries to interview on the trail, right? All right, well, thanks for a few minutes and enjoy it. So we just came down one really pretty steep technical area. Did everything I could just to make sure I had good footing, didn't slip. There'd be no video during that. It's hard enough to video and walk and talk. In that case, I could only walk. So, and all this, and we're just 3 miles in. Yay! All right, coming up on our first bridge, and keep thinking we can look at this on the way back too. The same view, right?
Yeah.
So, a fella here who did this 50-mile last year.
Yes. It was. This bridge is really slick, by the way.
Yes, it is. We'll take.
Yeah, the 50-miler last year was absolutely beautiful. Got a little hot towards the end, and knowing from lack of training that the 50 was a no-go this year, so only doing the 55. But it's going to be a great day.
It's funny when you say only 55, right?
Makes you sound really elitist.
And so where are you from?
Randleman, North Carolina, which is just south of Greensboro.
Okay. And how many of your group came up with you this time?
Me. Me and some of the Greensboro running club that I run with. 1 or 2 of them is doing the 50, and 3 or 4 are doing the 55. They're back there somewhere.
All right.
And we're getting ready to come up to one of the super steep sections, and it's basically nothing but stairs.
See, that's good. I don't know if I'm better off being blind and oblivious to this or having the narrator tell me what's ahead.
Yeah.
But, all right, well, listen. Enjoy your 55, and thanks for a few minutes.
Yep, have a great race.
My GPS says 8 3/4, so I think I'm a quarter of the way done with the run. And plus, my watch always seems to run quicker or give me more miles than I'm actually doing. So, but when you're talking about 55K, right, give or take half a mile, doesn't matter. Hey folks. Yeah. Maybe a few bits of this banana. Thanks for being out here. Oh, is this where I turn around?
We're not with it. We're just.
Is this a turnaround point?
Yeah.
Wow. You need to say yeah and see how happy. You can make me happy by just saying yeah.
I'm not part of this. I'm just hiking. I forgot there was a run today.
I forgot there was a hike today.
I've never done the stairs before.
Did you get all that? I did not realize that was a turnaround point already. My watch is actually accurate for change. So, trying a peanut butter sandwich. Never done that before. But I never did an ultra before, so a lot of new stuff today. Yum. That was without a doubt the best quarter sandwich of peanut butter that I have ever had in my life. Followed closely by the Coke. It wasn't too cold, which is actually even better. Strange what you learn here on these ultras. Alright, we're on our way back. I got a fella kind enough to give me a few minutes on this trail. Actually, maybe just I won't ask you a few minutes. So,
Professional, secret professional here.
see, so you said this is your first ultra, huh?
This is my first race ever, period. Never done a 5K, never done a half marathon. I happened to be staying at the campground right next to the race, and I figured if I didn't sign up, I was going to be sitting there all day watching other people run and feel bad.
You're crazy. Let me just say that, you're crazy.
You're crazy too, man.
So you're just here on campground, you decide you're gonna run,
Yeah.
and here you're on the back half of a 55K ultra. Well, you're in good shape, obviously. What do you normally do to work out?
Just a lot of hiking and a lot of elevation on hikes too, so
All right.
this doesn't feel too bad because it's pretty flat.
Well, you're gonna get the award, the most crazy person I ever known, and I've interviewed out running. So, hey, man, so you set that bar high.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for a few minutes, man.
Yeah, take care.
So some of this ground, see how black it is? This is came on a mine trip, mined coal at one point. I think some of that is what you see along the bottom of these trails. Make them really black. Yes, 20 miles. So, exciting point here. Actually, I'm not sure why 26. That's just another threshold, right? We'll keep rolling. Hey, man. Good job there.
Hey, looking good.
Hey, you too. Well done. Well done. Very squishy. Trying to go up on the high side the best I can on this last little stretch. Going to be leaving the mine trail here. And there's a aid station up here that does burritos that I've been looking forward to. Ringing the bell. 279, yeah. All right.
Good job, Michael.
Thank you. Let's see, decisions.
I know.
This is so interesting. I just passed on my watch mile 24. So that means I'm down to a 10 mile. And now this road was a bear coming up. I think it's over a mile uphill, so I can't run it fast down, but I'll do my best to let that gravity pull.
Twice in the same day.
Twice in the same day.
279.
That's it.
What do you need?
Oh, let me see.
Cheese quesadilla, soda.
I will try cheese quesadilla. I've been thinking of trying one of those for a long time.
Vegan or regular?
Regular. That sounds fine. Wow, that's great. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Wow, look at this. What you got?
Tailwind, water. Trying to keep the bugs out of stuff. I can't make you any promises.
A little extra protein, right?
Right.
Well, thanks so much for being out here and keeping us square.
No problem.
There goes one of the few cars that passed us with my watch. So, that's a marathon distance. But as you can see, there's no finish line around here. So another 8 miles. Okay, we're getting down to maybe about 7 miles. Well, who knows, right? Well, less than 10.
Maybe shade.
Right. And a fella kind enough to give me a few minutes. And so, what got you into ultra running?
Actually, I was a truck driver, and stopped at a truck stop one day and got their Pilot magazine, and there was an article about these guys called Truck and Runners. It was a Facebook group, and it was truckers who were triathletes, 100-milers, marathoners, and I had been running to be in shape for motorcycle racing, and I got interested in running long, and the rest is history.
And here you are.
Here I am,
wow.
doing this crazy stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm glad you told me, because you know something, and I'd be guilty of it. You just don't think of truck drivers as also getting out and taking time to run around and all that. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately, the obesity rate in the industry is like 85%.
Yeah.
So it's good anytime we can get people eating healthier, exercising on the road. It's difficult to do, but it's possible.
How many runs have you done then?
Ooh,
I
don't really have a total, but I've done much everything from 5K to 100K. So several 50Ks, 50-miler,
right,
100K.
So what do you think of this trail? Have you done this one before?
This is my first time. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio area. First time down here to New River, and it's beautiful. It's a great trail. I was happy to get off Kmore and back to this.
Yes, yes.
Kmore was rough.
I agree. I was. I think any couple more miles on that, and I would have been on my face at one point. So good. Well, listen, that was super. So thanks for giving me a few minutes.
Pleasure.
So, well, 29.2 miles in, it finally happened. I took a tumble. It wasn't bad, thankfully. I'm sure it wasn't graceful, but nobody's there to witness it. Just a quick little brush off and keep rolling. Here's to no more tripping for the next, whatever I got, 5 miles. Well, just look what's here. Use this little thing to cool myself off. Oh boy, that's good. Ooh, that felt so good. Could stay there for a while. All right, off we go. Watch says I'm at 31.1, so I think I got about 3.1 or 5K left. Starting to flag pretty good, but been pleased with the energy level. It's that cheese quesadilla that's keeping me rolling. So I know we've got this stretch along the river is going to end shortly. Then it's a killer climb. It's kind of a scramble. You just kind of crawl up and then downhill, but get to the end of this little river section first. Now this was the rock scrabble I've been talking about. Still going. And made it up that scrabble. So now I just got to get the legs to run again. What are we at? 31.95, 32. So about 2.5 miles left. Alright, I'm down to about a mile, just left the woods. Now it's on this road and it's downhill. We'll see what we have left. Alright, almost here. just down around the bend.
Runners coming to the finish line. Number 279, Michael Woods. Congratulations.
All right, I've got the fella who came in second. When they passed me, I really couldn't believe that they'd already been to the end and back. These trail runners are just unbelievable. So congratulations on finishing second overall on that. So was this a target race for you?
To be honest, it was my first ultra, and for any miles I've ran over 20. So really, I just wanted to finish. I knew I could get to 20 in a certain time, so really I was able to keep going. I just mainly focused on drinking a lot of water and nutrition based off some podcasts I listened to.
So what was the nutrition? What was your secret?
There's not really a secret. A fellow I listened to who ran Georgia Death Race, he said he took one gel an hour, and there's like 2 Stinger waffles. He said he tried to eat 2 of those an hour and then drink I don't know how far his aid stations were, but he said he drank a little bit over 1 liter of water per aid station. So that's what I tried to do. I didn't do it exactly. When I started, my stomach all day has been kind of weird. So when I started, the first time I tried to eat, I felt like I was going to throw up. So I just tried to stick to that as close as I could, and I felt fairly solid the whole time. I was able to throw down some 8-minute miles towards the end, and I lost by about 3 minutes. So I was trying to catch the guy in front of me, but 3 minutes is a good ways. That's at least half a mile or more. So
that's incredible, impressive.
Yeah, I was happy with it.
I'd say so.
I was hoping just to finish like top 10 was kind of my goal, but and just kind of keep going. So.
Yeah, man. Well, what gave you the incentive to get out and run?
Mainly, honestly, I'm going on an elk hunt. I've been starting to hunt out west, and I have an elk tag for this September. So really, just to get in shape for that. I'm probably more than I need at this point, but yeah, mainly that, and really just seeking out hard stuff to do.
That's the best excuse I've heard yet for a reason to start running, because he's going elk hunt out west. Man, congratulations again. So,
yeah, good. Yeah, you too. The main goal was finishing, and it seems like everybody did that.
And we've all done that. Now it's time to eat.
Now it's time to eat a little bit. There's really good food.
All right. So it's great here at the end. They had some pancakes, bacon, and sausage. Some great cooks over there. Still cooking up some pancakes, thank you. There. Sausage, bacon, chocolate chips. Boy, it hit the spot. What was your favorite part of the course?
Oh, the waterfalls.
Yes.
The waterfalls all along the course, the fresh water. It tasted so good. It felt so good.
So downhill.
The aid stations? The aid station, which is a good answer. He only just finished like 30 seconds ago, and I'm already asking him. So,
Ginger ale aid stations.
favorite part about the race?
Finishing.
There it is.
Right here. The finish.
Favorite part of the course?
Oh, finishing with Blaine.
Finishing with Laura.
That's the correct answer, Blaine. You win the prize. What was your favorite part of the course?
Oh my gosh. Is there a favorite part of the whole thing? The whole thing was awesome.
Well, my first ultra marathon is now complete. I can put a check next to that box. Highball to Thurmond. I just had a fantastic time. First of all, when you come with the folks from the Run Club, I always know it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs, a lot of fun, and then we even always squeeze a race in as well. We stayed at this B&B half an hour from the start, either way you went. As usual, lots of chuckles, lots of good meals. It's just always fun to be able to share that experience with other folks. The 55Ks, you start in Thurmond, you run out, you run back, that's a little over 34 miles. And the 50 mile, point to point, that's Highball, where you run to Thurmond. And one of the ideas is you get back to Thurmond in time, and there's an Amtrak train that then you get on, and it'll bring you back up to Highball. Race to beat the train's one of them, which brings us to, here's the medal that I got, and it's interactive, so you can see the train moving there. All right, and here's the race shirt. Then they also give you this cup, rubber material that you just easily collapsible, fit in your pocket, strap onto your vest or anything. A lot of this is on national state forest. in National Forest, and so be no plastic, which is great. So the aid station, there were some, as you can see from the video, there were some paper cups with some whatever drinks you had, but if you wanted water or tailwinds what they had on the course, you fill this. And I also got to give a nod to Trivium Racing. These folks, the race directors, just a wonderful job. The amount of communication leading up to the race, the amount of emails, information that they provided, runner's guide. I mean, they treated this race like it was a major marathon. That's how much information they were providing. So, shout out to Trivium. Would like to have interviewed the race director, but he was too busy out running around making sure all the aid stations were stocked and whatnot. And so in the aid stations, I'll tell you, this race is just a different type of race. The different types of food they had at the aid stations. I just loved everything about this race. Haven't signed up for another trail race yet, but after this experience, it's only be a matter of time before I do another one, because it was just wonderful. So if you're ever thinking about doing an ultra race, or if you do plenty of ultra races, this is one you really need to think about. I've done enough races to know when something is run great and it's a great trail and it's a great experience. And this Highball to Thurmond checks every single one of those boxes. Get out, keep on racing, do your ultras. Whatever you do, just get out there and keep racing the nation.